last in that space?
How long it should last? Seeing the fact that it's filtered, I believe it can last as long as you need.
In each one of those containers, theoretically, how much water would it take to run a household? So how long would each of these containers, how much would it take to run the household on a daily basis?
Well, I believe it depends on the amount of persons living in your household and the type of activities that goes on inside that facility with the household, agriculture, and so forth. Now, from experience, 2,000 gallon tanks will serve out on your tree for about maybe a month or two on low usage. So I believe with rainfall and rain meters, hurricanes and so storms, there's a lot of water running off the roof. And to harvest that, you might need more than 2,000 gallons of storage.
So then there's a gauge of how many people and how much you would need if they would need
Right,
to storage.
right.
I'm thinking about the cost if one of the pieces has a malfunction.
Okay, this is a very low cost system. Talking about from the top bottom, the roof itself, from once you have no problem with the roof, you have no problem with the system up at the top. We used a membrane material. This is used on most modern houses. It's consisting of some gravel elements and tar. If you're having a leak with the roof, you can use something called a flashbang, which is like a tar-like material to patch a hole. The gutter is fairly cheap. Right here we use electrical trunking that we run electrical wires through, or we multi-purpose. These don't normally cause a problem. Whether it is exposed to weather, sun, rain, shine, it usually holds up very strong. So the pipe. The filters though, maintenance on the filter, they don't malfunction. It's just that after maybe 5 or so years, depends. Well, I wouldn't say current usage. 5 or so years, you should at least check them. If you see that they have changed color, some elements are loose, the bag is open, change it. Storage, water storage, these last as long as you make them last. As long as there's no damage to them, they last a long. Speaking from experience though.
After you complete this prototype, what reflections do you have? What would you do differently?
What I would do differently, I would use stronger material. For the prototype you're speaking, I'll use stronger materials that don't tend to leak as easily.
And what about, what do you think?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
I'd for sure use darker materials, as in, for this filter, I'd use something that this could actually hook onto, so there's no, like, any wind or anything, yeah. And for these, I'd probably, for the piping, I wouldn't really use PVC pipe. That wouldn't be ideal. I don't really know what material I would use, but I would use just this. And for the gutter, I'd actually make somewhat of a wall or something to stop the flow of water. So for like heavy rain and those stuff, even though you have a wall on your gutter, it's still gonna overflow because there's, force. So I'd put something here, or I'd make the roof a way where it can slow the water before it reaches the gutter to make sure that most of the water flows.
Thank you.